All right, guys, this is chapter 6, lesson 2, and this is just extra practice in using factoring to find common denominators. Okay, so we have to find common denominators for 6 and 8. So there's a couple ways we can do this. One way is just to multiply 6 times 8, but then you're going to have to reduce the fraction probably later, so that's one way. Another way is to use a multiplication table to find multiples of 6 and multiples of 8 and keep going until you find a number that's a multiple of both. Okay, and when I do that, I usually use the larger number, 8. So I count by 8s and see if 6, a multiple of 8 is also a multiple of 6. So the first number I say is 8. Is 8 a multiple of 6? No. Go to the next one, 16. Is 16 a multiple of 6? No. Go to the next one, 24. Is 24 a multiple of 6? Yes. I can count by 6s and get to 24. 6, 12, and 18, and 24. So since these are the same, I can use those as a common denominator. So that's another way to do it. All right? Okay. All right, so the fastest way I think for us to do this is to go ahead and use number 24 as our common denominator. So I'm going to change 8 to 24. And I'm also going to change 6 to 24. Okay? To change 8 to 24, I multiply by 3. Then I need to also multiply it by 3 here, so I get 3 over 3 is equal to 1. And that's what I want to multiply by because I don't want to change the value of 3/8. I just want to change the way it looks. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 over 24. What do I multiply 6 by to get 24? Again, if you have a multiplication chart, this might help you here. Okay? You multiply by 4, then I have to multiply the 1 by 4 also. And 1 times 4 is 4. Now I can add. 9 plus 4 is 13. And the denominator stays the same, 13 out of 24. And that cannot be reduced, so, or simplified. So 13 over 24 is our answer. Negative 5/8 plus 1/16. Let's first find a common denominator. When I count by 8s, I actually say 16. So I know I could just change 8 to 16. And I could leave 1/16 alone. Then they both have the same denominator, 16. What do I multiply by 8 to get 16? Then I have to also multiply the 5 by the same number, and this is negative, let's not forget that. So 5 times 2 is 10. 10 16ths plus 1/16. But it's negative 10. So I know my denominator is going to be the same. But what about my numerator now? Negative 10 plus 1. So if you're using algebra tiles, it's like you have negative 10 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 positive. And then I cross them out to get my 0 pairs, and what's left are the 9 negatives. So I know my answer is negative 9, so this is going to be negative 9. So negative 9/16 is the same as the whole fraction being negative 9/16. Okay? That means the same thing. So negative 9/16. All right? So here we have 3 terms. We have 1/2, 3/8, and 1/4. So we have to find a common denominator for all 3 numbers too, 8 and 4. Some of you may have recognized right away that 8 can be the common denominator because 8 is a multiple of 2 and 8 is a multiple of 4. Okay? So I need to change this one to a denominator with 8ths. So I need to change 1/2 to a denominator with 8. Dang it. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Dang it. Okay. There we go. I need, this one already has a denominator of 8, so I can keep the numerator the same. And this one I need to change to a denominator of 8. So to change 2 to 8, I multiply by 4. So then I multiply by 4 up here. 1 times 4 is 4. To change 4 to 8, I multiply by 2. Then I have to multiply up here as well. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I can add them all together. 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 over 8. If you want to change it to a mixed number, it would be 1 and 1/8. Okay? Either way is fine. Number 6, try to do this one on your own first, so please pause the video and work on it. And Damien, stop making my voice go over and over and over again with your little remix action. Especially not with me in the room. It's hard enough to hear myself. I don't even like it. And then I got you doing a remix, please. All right. We're going to use 15 as our denominator here. Because 15 is a multiple of 5. When I count by 5s, I say 15. 5, 10, 15, there it is. So I know 5 can be changed to 15 with multiplication. Okay? I multiply by 3, then you multiply the numerator by 3. You get 9 15ths. Minus a negative. If I'm going to minus a negative, I might as well change it to addition. Okay? So, 9 15ths. Change subtraction to addition, and change 2 15ths to a positive then. These change. 9 plus 2 is 11, and 15. Only 2 more. 2 more and your weekend is free. Here we're going to use substitution. I know that I am adding m with n. Ooh, that didn't work out well. Let's change that. I'll change it to a different color. There we go. And P. Again. Where's this pen? I have to do blue. Okay. So what's M? M is 2/3. What's N? N is 1/6. And what's P? P is 1/9. So let's just substitute and replace. So instead of writing M, I'm going to write what M is, 2/3. Instead of writing N, N is 1/6. And instead of writing P, P is 1/9. Now I need a denominator that is a multiple of all 3 of these numbers. So I could use the 9, but only for the 3, because the 9 is a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9, I say 9. But I can't use 6. When I count by 6s, I don't say 9. 6, 12, 18, nope, no 9. So 9's not going to work. So what's the next multiple of 9? 18? Let's try 18 then. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yes, 18 will work here. Will 18 work here? 6, 12, 18. Yes. And will 18 work here? 9, 18. Yep. So we're going to change them all to 18. Excuse me. So, multiply 3 times 6, we get 18. Multiply 2 times 6, we get 12. Multiply 6 times 3 for 18. Then we have to multiply 1 times 3 also. We get 3. We have to multiply 9 times 2 for 18. Then we have to multiply 1 times 2 also. We get 2. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. And the denominator stays the same for 18. 17 18ths. On this one, we have the same numbers. By the way, this is the last one we're going to do, so this is it. We have the same numbers. M is 2/3, N equals 1/6, and P equals 1/9. Same numbers, but a different problem. So instead of adding here, we're subtracting. All right? So that's going to be a little bit different. M is 2/3, N is 1/6, and P is 1/9. Let's use the same denominator. 18, 18, 18. And I'm going to go back to the other screen to write the same numbers. There's no reason for me to have to do the math over again when it was already right here. So I have 12 18ths. I have 3 18ths. And I have 2 18ths. Right. The only difference is now I subtract instead of add the first and second term. So When we have addition and subtraction in a problem, both, we have to work the problem from left to right because addition and subtraction are of equal importance. So, 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. And we have the same denominator, 18. That cannot be reduced, so our final answer is 11/18. Okay? Done and done and done. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on, well, if you're doing it today, Friday, then I'll see you tomorrow, Saturday. If you're doing it Saturday, then I'll see you Monday. All right? See you guys later.